good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, my fellow witches, warlocks, shamans, mediums, seers, psychics, readers, leaders, coaches, mentors. Namaste, beloveds. Namaste. We're here again on a brand new day, bringing you a message from Divine Spirit. A message about your calling, your purpose, past life regression, things you may need to know, things you may need to be seeking out for your future destiny, for what calls you, the mystery, the magic, diving in the deep. We will now go into the cards as I step aside and make room for the spirit gods and goddesses to channel through me, with me, for you. I make space for two. I open myself up to downloads, to upgrades, channel divine messages, to send confirmation and clarity your way. Let's see what the gods have to say to us today. How you doing out there? How you manifesting? How you divining? What is your prayer routine, your spiritual routine? What are you getting into? What are you discovering? Internal gifts, your Akashic records being cracked open, poured out. You're remembering, discovering, seeking, and finding truth of who you are and what you can do and why you are here. Looking into the mirror and seeing your higher self, you are changing every day, transforming every day. We've gone through some radical rebirths, and they were not easy. But we've survived, for we are the strongest, God's toughest, the chosen, to transform the energy of this planet, of our lives. Those around us, our generations to come. We're planting seeds. We're speaking. We're teaching, we're leading, we're counseling, we're searching, we're seeking, we're building and creating. We're starting to walk away from that 9 to 5, that slave mentality. We were not meant to work a 9 to 5. Not fulfilling, not interesting, not motivating. Don't pay our worth, our value. We are not respected. We are bullied, talked about, gang stalked. We're not wanted in that environment, for they can see the difference in you. Demons are everywhere as they are dispatched. Wherever we are, they are as well. Be mindful at this time who you have around you and what you engage in. The warfare is heavy. The energy is heavy. Things are happening to this planet all around us. They have meaning. There are planes flung out of the sky. But I prophesied that last year in one of my readings. I didn't know then, but I know now what I saw. Planes are falling out of the sky, mudslides, fires, chaos and destruction. This is supposed to be winter time, a season of stillness. For us, it's a season of stillness, hermit mode, hibernation, solitude, self-reflection, gaining knowledge and wisdom, reading, journaling, meditating. But the world is not still. The world is full of chaos, and that is why you've been put indoors, separated, parted, abandoned. Because God knew what the world had in store, And he did not want you part of it. Part of that clique, that environment, that team, that cult, that coven, that family. For such a time as this, we are being prepared and being made ready to rise up. To rise up. To build new businesses, new shops, write new books, new song, new music, teach a new generation differently than what we were taught. It begins in the home. It begins with us. A change of perspective. As our knowledge of self increases, as we become more aware of what the truth of this planet is. A school, a learning center, full of chaos and division. We sit in the classroom amongst demons, mischief. Keep your eyelids open and sight sharp as nails, for there is something trailing behind your tail. Mischief, Page of Swords, being watched, being gang stalked, being violated. People looking into your Akashic, doing spell work. Someone you left behind, searching, seeking, want to reconcile, or just want to win at all costs necessary. Watch your back. It's a season of the attack of the chosen. If you are here in this membership group, you know who you are. You are valuable and important. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And new levels bring in new devils. As you elevate, as you transform, as you are reborn, expect to be seen, acknowledged, envied. Your energy will be intimidating, harsh even at times, to those who refuse to cut through the bullshit and get to the truth is where you're going. A truth teller, a truth seeker. Many don't want to be exposed, don't want their lives to be put in the forefront for others to see who they really are and what they've really done, as you will tell your truth, as you will speak your truth, as you will share your experiences to heal others who have gone through the same. Watch your back. Someone is trailing, watching, stalking, waiting for you to fall, fail, or blink so they can rush in. With 7 on this card, it has to do with finance and money. It has to do with luck and fortune. Ritual. Number 33, master number. 6 is the number of foundations. It's time to dive deeper into your divination tools, practices. Write down your potions, your dreams. Collect your tools, your herbs, your crystals, your waters, your candles. Get your itinerary together. Get a box, a corner, a place, a closet, a shelf, and start collecting your tools of divination, for it will be time to learn, to manifest, to perform. Collect what you need now, what calls to you, what forms, what tools. Is it tarot? Is it runes? Is it herbs, stones, crystals, cowrie shells? Is it water magic, candle magic? Is it wands, dolls, juju bags. What calls you? There are so many forms, so many things to choose to use. Can you feel them? Wild creatures linked by the very blood you spill into your craft. A ritual of dedication to self and those whose gazes hold fire, but whose whispers carry you softly through the unknown. Your spirit team, your ancestral inheritances, your spiritual gifts, from the grave, they are calling you to rise, to take your place. Because it'll be about time to perform, to perfect, to get into your craft, to choose your niche. They are assisting you, offering you guidance, downloads, upgrades, support, and finance to build your closet of magic. Crystal balls, magical wands. I have many tools in my itinerary. Many. I can choose at any time, at any moment, according to what I need to manifest, to do, to transform, to rid, to cleanse, to purify, to call in, to receive, to connect with the dead, the ancestors, special herbs, special teas to drink, to open up and heighten your senses, to ignite your crown, to ground you, to dreamscape, to astral travel. There are so many ways. We will surely tap in. The black cat, the nocturnal spirit guide, frolicking, curious, catwalking on the wild side, searching and seeking, fearing nothing. Easy stepping. They never see it coming. They never see her coming. They never hear her going. Leaps and bounds. Defying the odds of gravity. Curiosity. There's a curious journey into the depths of the unknown, hidden so deep that only the brave will gracefully return with light in their eyes and a shadow leading them home. No fear of the dark. There's magic and mystery to be found there, especially there. Secrets, hidden, whispers, visions, lights, guiding lights, direction. That's where the dream world erects and takes place. The ancestors step out at 2 to 5 a.m. when the veil is thin, the earth is still, most are asleep, and you can get up, feed on the spirits, ask for them to give you their knowledge, their ancient wisdom, receive your downloads and your upgrades as they work on your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul when you're best at rest. There are herbs you can drink to help you sleep peacefully in serenity, to calm the beast, the worry, the anxiety, so that they can actually tap in. There are crystals to keep around you, under your bed, under your pillow, to wear, to put on your altar, in the corners of your room, in your windowsills, to bring in protection while you sleep, to call in the fairies as they see the gleams from up above. They'll see your household shining and calling them in, for they see through this exterior that we live in. You can put candles of certain colors in your windowsills, black salt in your windowsills, around the corners of your room, protection. While you sleep, while you dream, while you astral travel, to jump back into your body safely as they rest protected. The angels we call in Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Joviel. As you travel with your deities, your spirit team all over the world, to gain knowledge and wisdom of other cultures, other practices, other lifetimes, protection. So it has been said, so it has been called. This is my house, stained by the very blood flowing through its walls, covered in a veil of delicious prayers, yet deadly to those who dare to lift its head. Protection. To when the demons dare to approach, they are immediately drawn back in fear of you, of your team that you call in to join you, to stay near, to watch over you when you sleep. That prayer of protection before you rest. That shield, that circle that you place around your bed, that cannot be broken. Those crystals under your pillow that protect you while you rest. The cool bowl of crystal clear water with sea salt, with rosemary sprigs under your bed to protect the hot presence that tries to come in to attack you in the dream world. We will go over the tools individually, the crystals, the protection practices in our live Zooms. When we finally meet up and greet in privacy and secrecy, our true tribe connection of magicians. Soon coming this spring, winter stillness is about you and I individually doing the work. But when spring comes and we get out and we join up and we meet up, and the new year runs in on March 20th, we gather together. We begin moving into a higher level of divination, a higher level of spiritual practice. I have live Zooms. You can attend. You can meet your people, meet your groups, those that live in your community. Gather together. We will have events where we can travel to meet up around the fire pit, in the woods, performing rituals, learning, teaching, sharing. We each have individual gifts to offer. We each have individual ancient gifts that we need to tap in to offer. All Hallows Eve. All Hallows Eve. Something is happening during Halloween this year. Something big will happen for you Halloween this year, like no other Halloween before. Halloween, the dead rise. They celebrate. Is it Santa Muerte? Call upon the voices that stir your senses through the night. Cast an unforgiving howl as you stomp your might through the ground. I don't know about you, but old school church, they would stomp out the demons, out the evil, out the spirits, while they beat the tambourine and the drums to the beat of the rhythm of the blood that flowed through their hearts. It was a divination practice. It was a practice, a way to stomp out evil, to eradicate and purify the body, the mind, the soul. something we will gather together, learn to practice in our homes, the right days, the right time under the right moon, the right rhythm that calls to you. For some, it's the Native American drum. For some, it's the flute. For some, it's the piano. For some, it's the dripping rain or thunderstorms, the sound of the thundering rain. For some, it's simple tapping of cymbals. For some, it's the ringing of the bell. For some, it's birds chirping in the rainforest. For some, it's the cello. For some, it's the, what is that? The harp. What is your beat, rhythm, sound that ignites your blood, gets it pumping, gets your energy, your spirit stirring? It all comes from tapping in. It all comes from tapping in. Trying different things out when you don't know. Listening to several instruments, sounds, visuals. For some, it's visual art. Tapping in, learning different forms, watching different forms, listening to different forms. You will find your form, your magic, your muse. In the silence, in the darkness, awaits the mysteries of who you are and what you can do. There is a sweet embrace in the nothingness that stillness brings, a presence of self, fully embodied. Ever thought about turning off all the lights in your room? Complete darkness. Complete darkness. No television, no phone, no candlelight. Complete darkness. No sound except the beating of your heart. Hearing yourself breathe. Listening to what you hear around you. You'd be surprised how far, how deep you can actually sense and hear sounds, voices, whispers, potions and spells. Getting your itinerary ready. Learn to practice. A pinch of this, a dash of that. Be sure you're sure before you call. A lot of people worry about practicing because they're worried about possession or calling in the wrong spirits. That's very possible. I ain't gonna lie. This is the real world. Demons do exist. If you're in a karmic energy, a low vibrational energy, sad, depressed, worried, afraid, with anxiety, if all of that energy is flowing through you, definitely not a time. Definitely not a moment. Definitely not energy to be working with the spirits. That energy calls in exactly what it is. Dark energy. You must be in a stable state of mind. You must be vibrating high. You must be completely tapped in, aware of your surroundings, of what you're doing. This ain't nothing to play with. I do not recommend that. Know who you are and what you're in before you call to it. For exactly the energy that you're in is what you will receive accelerated. Cauldron. And what it's saying is, because when you are ready, there's nothing to fear. When you are ready, be ready and have no fear. Bewitching, yes, it be. Blink and you shall see. A bubbling desire left in the brewing rain. Possibly you're meant to create spells and potions, to work with a cauldron, to work with enchanting herbs and spices and oils and waters and salts. There's a lot we do in the cauldron with ashes, with fire, with water. This may be part of your calling or what is calling you. This is definitely the energy of a witch, of an alchemist, of an herbalist, of a kitchen witch. Could be in your bloodline. A grandmama, a great-grandmama, a great-grandfather, a warlock, a priest, a priestess, a minister, an evangelist. Definitely herbal healing. Healing with natural things from the earth. Definitely is calling to you. That you have inherited this gift. To be able to put things together to heal the skin, the stomach, the womb, the blood, the mind, the body, the cells, the tissues. Maybe you have some kind of medical background. I have worked in healthcare, in science. Maybe you're interested in that spiritual shop one day. This is a way to begin learning what you can do. If it calls to you, don't be afraid. Tap in and see where it leads you, where you can go, how far it will take you, because it will guide you to other things. It will guide you to other things as you incorporate, as you connect, as you increase your bank of knowledge. You will discover exactly how multifaceted you really are. And it has a lot to do with your astronomy and astrology makeup. You must know your birth chart. You must know your birth chart. Get a reading, if not with me, with someone else, but do so. Break it down, decipher it. It will show you all you seek and you need to know. All you can do, all you have been, where you are going, and why you've chosen to be here in this lifetime. It'll crack you open and ignite those passions. Know thyself is the first order of mastery. Thyself is the first order of mastery. Past life regression. Past life regression from my fellow diviners in the room. If you're not aware of this time period, of the spiritual practices, I really strongly suggest you start researching. This has a lot to do with the divination practice of the Nordic, the runes, R-U-N-E-S, as well as other Nordic practices. A lot of water energy, a lot of earth energy. Swords are very prevalent, as in Ogun. As in Ogun, an Ogun pot, Ogun tools, collect. But look into the Celtic cross, also a form of tarot reading. obviously, you have come from this time period in a past life, and there's something hidden in there in those records they need you to see. So start looking into it. Go online, research, study, Google, write, journal, divination practices, gods and goddesses of this time, like Freya, like Thor, I'm hearing warrior spirit, but I see the Celtic cross. You may have been a priest or priestess. What did I say? What did I say? You were definitely a religious. You were a religious guide, teacher, counselor. Do you see the woman here being persecuted? Passed away at a time where witchcraft was forbidden, persecuted for your practices, for your forms of divination. You may have had to hide what you did, what you were, but it was exposed by your enemies. You may have been persecuted like a witch or warlock burned on the cross. It explained a lot about fear of practicing at this time. Part of your mind, your sponge, may still recall, although it may be hidden in your subconscious. It's a form of protection that you need to break away. This may be a fear that you may have about practicing witchcraft, stepping in, because you faced death in a past life for doing so, for being a healer, being a shaman, being a witch, or called a witch, when you were simply a healer, an herbalist. If that makes sense to you, go deep with that. Fight back. You were here in this lifetime to perform it in a period where the world's open to that. We are free to do so without persecution, without death. That is why you were here, to finally perform your craft, to save the people that you want to save, to heal the people that you need to heal. When you were put to death, when you were persecuted, shunned. And now it may be your own family, your own circle, your own church. People that followed you back to continue to keep you blocked, hidden, afraid. Transportation. You may have been hidden with a group, those who believed in you, those you helped, may have tried to take you away, help you get away, because you were being persecuted wherever you were. You may have had to travel silently and secretly underground or above, in hidden compartments, hidden names, disguised, to do what you were meant to do, empowered to do, chosen to do. If you have a fear of traveling by any means of transportation, flying, taking the train, of anything fast moving, if you don't drive because you fear the traffic, the people, this fear you may have of transportation is not a coincidence. If you had to do it in hiding, in the past life. It may not be something you may be interested in doing now. Like a prison it was. Especially if you were hidden in secret compartments. Or if you're someone that loves to travel, wants to travel more, excites you to go see other places, other worlds, other people. This is because it was part of what you did to practice. What made it possible? Something you were used to doing. Something you enjoyed. Male or female, this could possibly say, if you are female now, you may have been a male in your past life. If you're a male, you may have been a female in your past life. You are now two sides of the same coin. Who am I talking to? That's from the lost city of Atlantis. If you don't know about the lost city of Atlantis, definitely self-study. Lost city beneath the ocean. Flooded and exists till this day beneath the ocean where humans cannot even get to it. It's that far deep. Your ancestors may be orca whales, dolphins. If you dream about water animals or have seen yourself around them, they come to you. If you gravitate to their figurines, you could be a water sign. It could be heavy in your chart. It doesn't have to be your sun. Lost city of Atlantis. Know that we have many lifetimes, not only one. We have the Celtic period, and we have the lost city of Atlantis. This is ancient lifetimes ago. Thousands of years. You are definitely not a new spirit energy. You may feel older than you are at all times, even when you were a child. You may have always felt like an old soul, or told you have an old soul, or felt like you were aging, and time will never slow down for you. There it is. Didn't I say you were? A monk or nun? I said you worked in the ministry. A priest, a priestess, a monk or nun. But as a monk or nun, you practiced ways of healing, natural healing. And this was a place you were hidden, able to do so until you were outed by envious, jealous monks or nuns amongst you. They could not do what you do. If you have never seen the movie Agnes of God, if you have never seen the movie Agnes of God, I suggest you find it and watch it. Google it and find out what platform it's playing on. Watch the movie. Please. It will make you more understand this exact reading. Agnes of God. And there are several other movies that depict this energy. If I can think of the others, I will leave it in the description box for you. And I know I owe you some information in the last video in the description box. I'm not sure if I put it in there or not. But Agnes of God. I know there are others. I can't think of it at this moment. That is the one that came to me right away. You will better understand. But in the priesthood, where you worked, where you hid, where you healed, eventually there were others that were jealous of you because they could not do what you do. No different in the world today. No different in the world today. But you were outed. And they told the outside authorities. And you were taken. And they were determined to persecute you on the cross, a burning. You were called a witch, a warlock. Maybe your true family from the priesthood captured you, saved you, rescued you, put you on a train, you traveled, you hid you in disguise to do your work. Sounds a lot to me like Mother Teresa, don't it? Sounds a lot like Mother Teresa, don't it? Ended up going to different countries, third world countries, because she was better served there. They wanted her there. They did not persecute her or question her gifts there. Wow. All right. Before we close, we're going to get you some Know Thyself Oracle cards. Can better explain what you can do, what you should consider doing for your divination to add to your practice, tools, forms. So let's see. Spirit reveal to us what needs to be seen, what needs to be known at this time. What did I say? And there you are. Mother Teresa, protected, protection. I call them Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Joviel. Protected. That is why you were here in this room. That's why you gravitated to this membership. You were in the right place at the right time. You were in the right place at the right time, beloved. Get that birth chart reading. First form of mastery is thyself. Yo, my spirit team is showing out today. Thank you. I just heard them say, no, that's you. Thank you. What have we been talking about this whole time? What have we been talking about this whole time, beloveds? You better know. You better know who you are. You better know what you're here to do. Stop wasting your time looking into other areas. Still confused and still not sure. Because that is what's calling you. You're a healer. You're a healer. And it has a lot to do with you working with the children, the next generation. Healing the children, a powerful, powerful assignment. Going into the hospices, going into the homes, going into facilities where the sick children are. Wow. Maybe you work with children already on your job. Maybe you do herbals. Oh. They throwing out many forms here. We are multifaceted. If you've been thinking about starting an Etsy shop, a Shopify, whatever shop you're thinking about, clothing, designing clothes, messages, spiritual garments. So we've got medicine woman, we've got a shaman, we've got a clothing designer. Working with crystals to help your chakra increase. Wearing your spiritual jewelry or making spiritual jewelry. Making jewelry in a shop. A lot of it says shop owner. Jewelry, crystals, clothing, herbs. This says to me, spiritual shop. Definitely someone's here to read. Definitely someone's here to read. Say, I do all these things. This for me too, yeah, but I already do all these things. But these are forms of divination that you may want to consider. Tarot, jewelry making, using crystals, designing clothes. Could be working with children, an herbalist. Whatever you do, you are protected. You got a missionary traveling the world, healing children, healing hands or Reiki, massage therapy. I don't know, I just heard the lost children. I just heard the lost children. Maybe the Orisha are covering your head. You need to tap in and find out which Orisha are calling you. For me, Shango and Oya all day. Yamaya. Egungun, Papaleva, Babalawe, Obatala. Who are your Orisha? Has a lot to do with your birth chart. Working with water. Yemaya, Oshun. Working with water, specifically Yemaya. Mirrors of water. Mirrors of water. Flowing waters. Florida waters. Healing waters. Holy water. Making holy water. Using the water elements to protect your energy, to calm your energy, to increase your energy. Come on now. Orisha, know your roots. Know your roots. Voodoo, hoodoo. Know your roots. Know your roots. So you know what you are allowed to call in, to work with. Know who covers you, protects you, supports you. Know where your magic stems from. Utilize the elements, the tools, the forms of divination from the motherland. This is a lot of fire and earth magic. Lots of fire and earth magic. As well as the Orisha. Final card. I saw it, but I lost it. It wants to come back out. Final card, Spirit. Final There it is, and it came back out. Know who you are. You have the gift of clairvoyance. Heavy clairvoyance. Tap in and learn how to increase it. Seer is a prophet, a prophetess, a psychic, a medium. See the future, see the past, see the present. Seers astral travel. Seers make predictions. Seers give warnings. I said lost children. Okay, beloveds. I'm going to stop right there. Because I have to go YouTube Live. Thank you for being here, for watching, for joining, for accompanying me on this journey. I will see you so much more in the future energy. For we're not here together by coincidence. We're building a tribe, our own ritual coven. Welcome home, beloved. Thank you for allowing me to assist you in guiding you down the rabbit hole. This year, we see how far it can go. No fear, for we are protected. The angels are always near. And the ancestors are calling us in to utilize what's in our bones, what's in our skin, what's in our flesh, the blood of our ancestors, of who we are. They're proud that we are the ones that are rising up, but they want more. They want more, and we're going to give it to them, for they deserve it. For the sacrifices they've made, they deserve it. Okay, beloveds, as within, so without, as above, so below. Stay tapped in, stay close to God. And until we meet again, my friend, as always, Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe.